Willie D live.
Sherrone Moore, the former coach at Michigan, he got caught up in a major scandal. He blew $14 million messing around with this chick right here. This is his assistant. I need to make sure that's the picture. Yeah, this is his assistant. $14 million messing around, stepping out on his wife and kids. So Shannon went on his podcast, Nightcap, with Ocho Cinco, and he had a few words to say about that. Shannon was saying that he understood because he's been in that situation already. Shannon, I think he settled for like 20-something million dollars, something along those lines, with this chick that pretty much ran game on him. Another white chick. Look, white women, I'm not attacking y'all. I'm not coming for you. I'm just saying there seems to be a pattern there, with black men messing around with white women on the job and getting fired, losing millions and millions of dollars. I'm trying to remember, can I recall ever a black athlete or a prominent coach or anybody out there losing their life, losing their income, losing their lifestyle, their job, their position, being ran out the game over having an affair with a black woman? Maybe y'all can help me out, fam, because I don't read everything, I don't catch everything, but maybe there's something out there. Maybe there's some information out there, but I'm just not privy to it. This tells me that if you're losing that much, if it costs you that much, I would think perhaps I would avoid that because the odds are just not in my favor. I'm not saying there's not a woman out there, a white woman out there that you can trust, that you can mess around with or whatever, and that she's not going to speak on it. But I'm just saying, like if it's me, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to keep it in my pants. I'm going to stay loyal and I'm just going to pick the one that I want. See, that's the best thing. When you get older, you understand that. Like, I wasn't always like this. But, you pick the one that you want, or you don't pick any. Like, have fun, date, do all that stuff. But when you pick one, you pick one. And then you typically don't run into all of those type of problems and things. But if you're going to step out, you shouldn't step out. Be loyal, fellas. Be loyal. But if you're not going to be loyal, if you decide you want to step out, I would probably just avoid white women altogether. White women, I ain't saying, I'm just saying, I would look, y'all got to understand that the numbers support what I'm saying. It's kind of like if you're going to argue with a cop, argue with a black cop, or resist with a black cop because he probably ain't going to shoot you. If you're a black person, you're a black man, especially in this country, and you put up a fight and the police trying to arrest you, you're probably going to get shot. That's all I'm saying. If it's a black cop, you put up a fight, you're probably not going to get shot. Kind of like how when white people put up a fight and they don't get shot by the police, when they fight the police back or they talk shit, they resist, they don't get shot. Most of them don't get shot unless they're trying to kill the police. And sometimes they can try to kill the police and they still don't get shot. But if they got a gun and they popping, they might go ahead on and drop them. They may go ahead and kill them. They may do it. But they really be trying to go out of their way to preserve life. So it's a connection there with behavior and outcome. It's a behavior that would behavior, certain groups of people, ethnicity, skin color, and outcome. There's a pathology there. This is science, man. This is not me. I know some of y'all may think that I'm wrong, but I'm just looking at the numbers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being emotional about this at all. I'm just looking at the numbers. Like, if it was opposite, like every time a black dude step out and get jammed up and he lose 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, 100 million because he was messing with a sister, I could understand that, I'll be, coming with some different information. I'm like, maybe you either don't step out at all, but if you do step out, try a white woman, because they don't tell. Try Asian woman, they don't tell. Try the Latino, because she stay quiet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going by numbers, fam. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But Shannon was speaking on this, and he talked about his situation and how he could relate to it. So, and who would know better than him, because he did go through a very public humiliation, and everybody had something to say. He survived it. It looked like he bounced back real strong. Which, a lot of people could do that if they just understand that as long as you're breathing, you got action. Every day, you get two things. Every single day, you get two things. You get a chance and a choice. Every day, you get a chance and a choice. So he understood that, and he got through it, but it's still going to cost him some people talking slick about him and stuff over time. But man, everybody got their thing. And one of the things that I think that, I don't know if he mentioned that, or I heard somebody else mention it recently, but in regards to the storm, you're either going through the storm right now, or you're going into the storm, or you're coming out of the storm. So we all go through storms, all of us. So when you get in a jam, and like Sherrone is in, when you get in that type of jam, just know that you're just going through your storm, and you're going to come out of it just like everybody else came out of their storms. And if you live long enough, you're going to go through another storm, and perhaps another, and another one. So that's why, see, I don't even put that kind of pressure on myself. What I do every day is I try to wake up and be a better version of myself. That's what I do. I just try to wake up and I do me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. But I don't put the pressure on myself to be perfect, because I know that when you do that, you're going to get yourself in trouble, because it's impossible to be perfect. It's impossible. You can try. Ooh, you can try, but you're going to fail. It's impossible to try to please everybody. It's impossible. It's impossible to try to please everybody. It's impossible to be all things to all men. So I'm cool with the people who rock with me, rocking with me, and the people who don't rock with me, don't rock with me. I care about the people who rock with me. The ones who don't, I'm either indifferent or I'm F them. Because some of them, they got vitriol for me. So for those, I'm like, yeah, F you, mother. But the other ones, they may not even know who I am. Others may not even know who I am. So I'm indifferent. It don't really matter. They don't really matter. I'm focused on the love that I get, not the hate that I get, not the love that I don't get. I'm cool with that. But Shannon is on something when sharing his experience, because he didn't have to do that. He could have just been like, you know what, man, let me just be quiet and get back here and hide and 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 all this here type of stuff, you know, uh, so that nobody will look at me and be reminded of what I went through. No, he putting it out on the line. I think that's admirable because he got a lot of stuff that he can talk about. He don't have to talk about this. They go viral damn near daily. Him and Chad Ochocinco. They get big numbers every single day. So he ain't got to do that if he don't want to do it, right? But he spoke on it because it hit him. He had a message and he was trying to put it out there in hopes that somebody gets something out of it, that somebody learns something, that it helped somebody. Fellas, some of y'all youngsters out there, y'all, whether you play football or not, whether you a coach or not, whether you're a high profile figure or not, I want you to understand this. There's two things that a man have to control to reach his optimum, to have a chance at reaching his apex, to have a chance. You have to control his, you know what, you got to control that little head, you got to control that, and you got to control your emotions. You got, if you can do that, not only will the world be yours, it'll be yours until the day you die. Because you can come up, you can be out of control. You cannot really be in control of your emotions and be in control of your small head and still make waves. You can still get out there and accomplish things and get money and all that stuff. But I promise you, if you don't get that under control, everything you work for, including your family, is going to be jeopardized. I can promise you that. You see what happened to Diddy? Diddy, man, I wasn't even going to watch that documentary. Wasn't going to watch the Diddy documentary. But I finally watched it. And man, save family. Let me get Shannon off the screen right here. But well, you know what? A few more comments on this on this Michigan coach thing. You know, just for y'all who don't know, you got Shannon Sharpe weighing in on Sherrone Moore getting fired from Michigan after he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, and then landing in custody hours later in an alleged assault case. Shannon said that his crew understands exactly what Moore is feeling right now, describing it like being in a storm where everything you've built starts crumbling around you and you're just trying to survive the fallout. Been there, he done that, so he can really, really speak on that. This guy, Sherrone Moore, they say that he had Plan Bs being delivered to the practice field or to the stadium, to his office by DoorDash. He got Plan Bs being delivered to his office by DoorDash, and that's what, you know, bust the case wide open. They said it was suspicious, and that's how he got found out. Come to find out also that he allegedly made the girl get an abortion. Let me tell you something, fam. If you persuade a woman to get an abortion and she wants that baby, it does something to women. See, it does something to them, and they'll never forgive you for it. They'll never forgive you for that. So allegedly, that's what he did. So he gets into an argument with his woman, his wife. He takes off. Then he goes to his side chick house and allegedly holds a knife to his throat, threatens to kill her, and all types of stuff. He crashing all the way out.